Paul. I'm just looking at this political office. Oh, the administration of justice, which should be free of political influence. Free of political influence. Now, a government office obtained through elections. I had looked at the independence of the court system and why it's important that sheriffs don't influence. Could you get me all of those in the administrative justice? The life insurances, the paid up life insurance of every judge and justice of the United States, and their actual genetics. That 2009 law that's important to me, that you can't discriminate for being a human being because you have some sort of genetic disease. Now, well, you can discriminate if you're not an actual human being. Poo-poo. Isn't that right, dog? Isn't that right? Now, I know the family's upset that I'm just ruining everything, but when you decided to retaliate against me and I had to walk all this way to get a cup of coffee because the dogs can change direction, I got to thinking about the independence of the administration of justice. Now, I've had this, thought that those that are candidates for office have intentionally told judges, court commissioners, and court officers that we're just not going to do anything about this because I'm a homeless American citizen. And let's say I found out the chief of police used his political influence to commit a crime against the United States for influencing the decision making of any court officer that is required by law to be independent of the influence of those in office. Now, maybe the governor of this state or any state said, well, it's not in our state, pooch. But kidnapping is a nationwide jurisdiction, as is the abduction of children, the Amber Alert system. Now, as an American citizen, when I get to asking different courts, the Supreme Court of every state of the United States, exactly why was it? Oh, you used your political influence to refuse to enforce child kidnapping and abduction laws because you didn't want those elected to office to look bad. Isn't that right, Governor? Now, those in the House of Representatives of every state legislature, which, I just emailed every person in the Washington state legislature this morning with the actual video links to the documentation of how you kidnap a citizen's kids. And for some reason, nobody responded. Now, exactly what politicians been using their influence to obstruct the independent administration of justice in this state and every state, thinking that as long as you don't do what the law says, you'll get elected to office. Now, I will be, let's say it's not a questioning. It's not really an interrogation. It's one of these, it's a deposition, yes, a discovery process for every lawsuit of every judge in the United States of America. Now, you got elected to office as a district court judge. Got elected to office as a superior court judge. Yes. You got elected to office, or you're appointed to office as a Supreme Court justice. And you thought, well, we really don't have to do anything. And I thought, yeah, you do. The sworn oath of office does mean some things, but who has been influencing the politicians elected to office? Now, let's say I sue you as a senator of Washington State for not using your influence to enforce child kidnapping laws. Instead, you decided that for the last couple years,